Chickens take your stuff, huh? I'd say those are some pretty happy chickens. Huh? I'm gonna eat what's left over. Hey guys, Mallory from Quebec Homestead. I finally made it to the high tunnel and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what is growing in here. I'm with Jude. Yes. Oh, and she just advised me that there is a slug in there, so I'm gonna go get it out. But we just got done going through all my broccoli and cabbage underneath each. She's like a slug, Mom. Okay, I'm coming. Let's get it out. Oh yeah, it's so big. Yes, it was going the other way though, so it was getting the good idea. So yeah, on my brassicas and my cabbage and all that good stuff, I've been coming out here every day, and I just have like a 30-foot bed planted, and so I come and check underneath every single plant on the inner side of the leaf, and I look for eggs, and as soon as I see eggs I just remove them, and that's how I've been staying on top of it this year, because there are just so many. No matter where I plant my brassicas, they are present, these butterflies. All right, so I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to show you what's going on. All right, so this is my tunnel. Yes, these are tomatoes. These are Repreco. These are determinate variety. And I already did a video on all the tomatoes that I planted this year. Like if you go down in my videos, I'll link it here somewhere. There's a baby tomato. I know. Don't take it off. Okay. This is the only space that I have left to plant, like in between this cucumber and that tomato. So I'm going to come and get some zucchini in here. She's asking me how I tied it up. So what I did to tie these up, to trellis them up, it is a string method. And so I got a clip on the bottom with a string, and it's tied all the way to the top up here. Do you see, Jude? All the way up to the top right there. That's how I tied it. And when I come every week, I turn the string around the stem, and it just stays up like this. This is the 10 finger, and it's a semi-indeterminate plant. So they're going to be messy, and it's going to be a jungle in here pretty soon. These ones here, I forgot the name of them. I'm going to have to go back in my older videos, because I did sort of do a bit of videos, but I think it's also an Italian variety. I got my peppers, Early Sensation. Yes, be careful, don't break it. And I got some bigger peppers as well that are growing in here. Yeah, see that one there? Jude is like all fascinated. I planted these ones out a little bit later than these ones. So I sort of did like a succession. Like, okay, I had time to plant those ones and these ones at the same time. So you sort of see the height difference as we go down the aisle. And it just goes down. I know, it's so small, isn't it? It's beautiful. I have not pruned these and I have not trellised these yet. I'm going to come out here and do that pretty soon. But these sort of got stunted because it's just so cold. There's another one. I know. There's so many of them. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Oh, she's excited. So I decided to try watermelon and cantaloupe. I just planted these out from seed directly in the greenhouse. And I also got some cucumbers. Yes, for you. Some cucumbers. I got some lemon cucumbers, some English cucumbers, some smaller ones, some, you know, just regular garden. And these are two plants that I bought, which are a little bit bigger than the ones that I seeded out. So, is there a frog? Where is it? Where is it? Did you see it? Yeah, there are frogs and toads everywhere. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what is going on in this tunnel for now. I still have plenty of tomatoes outside. So, do you see on the edge of here? I figured they would benefit from the heat that the greenhouse is giving off. Yes, baby. No, not yet. We're going to let them get bigger. No, not yet. Okay? Papaka. I know. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. Patience, girly. And so last week I came out here and I planted out some winter squash that I had. So there's a mix of butternut squash and I think spaghetti squash in here. And so this is just like the other side of my pasture. There's a little bit of wind protection with this natural wind barrier. So watch out, girl. Don't step on the plants, okay? And, you know, this is the horse pasture out here. So let's go to the other side, and I'm going to show you what I planted. This is my neighbor's garlic. So I gave her a parcel so that she could start her business for garlic. And remember on my live stream, I told you guys that corn should be knee-high mid-July. Well, it's not quite knee-high for me. This is my knee, and there's a good, I would say, I don't know, a good 6 inches to go. I transplanted these out like right as soon as my last frost date would permit me. And these are the ones that I started from seed. This is corn. And on this side, this is my last attempt of seeding out carrots this year because I have a bad case. I'm pretty sure it's cutworm mixed with, I don't know what else, slugs and all that good stuff. So I just literally came out here and seeded, and I decided to spread them very thick because I want to be sure to have some. Nothing is popping up yet so far. It's been really cold. This is my pumpkin patch right next to my brassicas right here. But I don't know. I'm really hoping that it's going to warm up a little bit so that things will take off. They just have not moved one bit since I planted them. They're just so small. Brassicas are loving it. They're doing so great. And these tomatoes and celery are also, you know, they're just getting installed. Let's go on to the other side. Jude is just like, she likes the camera. She likes the attention. Yeah. She's gonna be a little superstar. She really loves the camera. I filmed a little bit on my potatoes actually the other day, so I'm just gonna join that clip right now. So I did this experiment in August, or was it September last year? And a whole bunch of people told me that it was not gonna work. Well, my garden proved you guys wrong. So what I did, I had a really massive harvest of potatoes. And for some reason in that video, I keep on calling them tomatoes. I know, tomato, potato, I have a hard time with those two words, okay? I left them in the ground. And I said, you know what, if I'm able to prevent me from seeding them in the ground in the spring, because I am just so like overwhelmed with work in spring. Our season is so short. Then hooray for me, right? Because I don't want to have to plant out thousands of stuff in spring. And potatoes are for me are like, it's a pretty big one. There's a lot, and they're really heavy. Even if they're little seed potatoes, there's a lot of them. So you know what? I'm going to show you. These are potatoes that I left in the ground, and they have reseeded. This is the ones that I just transplanted like a couple weeks ago. They're just starting up right now. So I would say, you know, there's maybe a few of them that got eaten. You know, like there was probably one planted in here that didn't survive, because you see there's obviously a hole. I'm going to come plant in a zucchini here. And then there is all these other ones. See, probably one probably got eaten here too. But honestly, it's not that bad. I am very, very, very satisfied with the amount of potatoes that came out, and I didn't have to seed them. And I'm in zone 3, right? So zone 3, Quebec, Canada. What I did was I just put them really, really deep in the ground, covered them with hay, and wished for the best, and they did exquisitely well. So I'm really happy about that. Somebody was asking me in the comments earlier, and I was like, oh man, it's too early still in June. And they just like boosted up with all this rain that we got. So I'm very, very happy with that. So yeah, don't be afraid to test things out in your garden, and, you know, test your zone's limits, because I've tried so many things. I've left some zone 7 perennials in that side of the garden, and they survived this year, and I'm in zone 3. So like sometimes it's not really written in the stars that it's like a specific zone. So, you know, have fun with your garden and take risks, because that's the only way that you can really, you know, have that experience and knowledge. So I encourage you guys to do so. Hey doggy, he's such a good puppy. You're such a good Darwin dog. I love how Jude is really getting used to finding these, because she just came in and she's like, oh look mom, eggs. So we have potato bag eggs. So we're doing the same thing for the potatoes, getting them at the egg stage so that they don't blow up on us. This is the first time I do sweet potatoes, and yeah, it's been so cold that just the sweet potatoes are just not kicking in at all. Those are sweet potatoes. We call them yams. Yummy, yummy sweet potatoes. I had a horse come in the garden. I let him free range sometimes, and he just came rolling through the garden. I have a few survivor carrots that survived here, but not a lot. Just literally just a little bit. But see, these guys are still, these guys are getting eaten as well. I don't know what's eating the leaves of the carrots. Howie, I'm so sorry. I'm not doing your squash justice. They are not doing anything right now. Nothing is happening.
Mama, yeah.
I know.
It's just a big
It is
bag.
just so cold. I feel like I should come cover these. They are, man, they are looking sad. My leeks are doing really good though. My garlic also got hit with the, I don't know what it's called. It's a bug that comes in and eats away. I don't know if this is the bug I'm talking about, but it lays its eggs right at the base of the flower, and then you have a nice larva. And so I also got them in the larva state, so I was really lucky. One of my neighbors, Rosalie, she's like, hey, do you have the tanged poireau? And I'm like, oh, not that I know of. And then I came back and I noticed that a few of my flowers were getting attacked. So I was lucky that I caught them in advance. Spinach bolted. Is this salad getting eaten? Yes, it's salad. Oh, did you notice a pest? All right, let's get it out of there. Oh my gosh, it's so slimy and slippery. Yeah, we have a lot of slugs this year. And look at it, it's just eating away. Let's throw it.
Yeah.
Oh, all the way over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Salad is doing great. I have my onions that had a slow start because they got chopped off. Oh, we have beautiful roses. I wasn't sure if these are the kind of roses that go up a trellis, but I figured I'd give it a shot. They're really nice and really beautiful. I had them last year. They were on the other side of the garden. This is Grace that gave us those. You love them? She keeps on moving them around. My vines finally are not dead. I thought they were dead, but they're not. I have gooseberries and currants, but I did not get any small fruit this year. Nothing was getting pollinated when everything was in flower because it was so cold. So fruit trees and fruit bushes, nothing. Sunchokes are booming. They are doing so great. So look at this intimacy fence that I was working on last year. See how tall it is? It's as tall as Jude. And look, Jude, go over there. Go over there. And show how tall it is. See, that's taller than you. So that's a nice intimacy fence for the kids.
I'm taller here.
Yeah.
I'm taller here.
Totally. I have some wild chamomile. So that's nice. But yeah, sunchokes are booming. I have these asparagus. Somebody asked me the other day if I was growing asparagus. This is their second year. So second year, started with one stem, and now a lot of stems are coming up from one. I'm not cutting them yet, so. Yes, you can eat that. These are some onions that Jude planted a little bit everywhere in the garden. These are red onions. Amaranth, that is also getting attacked. Blueberries, nothing. Nothing. No blueberries whatsoever. So I planted in some flowers. At least I'll get some flowers. At least it'll be nice and, you know, something will be here. And the winner of my 10,000 subscriber giveaway, it's funny because she said, hey, plant some morning glories and some sweet peas around your trellis where you're going to get married. And I was like, you're going to laugh so hard when you see my video because this is exactly what I planted. They got eaten by slugs. This guy sort of looks like it wants to start to take off, so that's pretty cool. I got some beans. And yeah, that's a morning glory. Look, morning glory. Yeah. So yeah, they don't smell like anything, huh? Yeah, so I got some sweet peas. I figured I'd give it a try and see who's gonna win, right? So yeah, we're gonna see what decides to grow up this trellis. I've always had a hard time growing things vertically here because the season is just so short. I have wild strawberries in my garden that are just wanting to take over, and some beets, and I planted a few giant pumpkins there, and I have an old leek from last year that just decided to grow back that I forgot, I guess. I have a delicata squash that I planted inside. I decided to fill up my hay cold frames and just try that this year. Strawberries are booming. I've been eating strawberries off of these for the past 2 weeks. I have not weighed in any of them because they just eat them off the plants. And this is my herb garden. Everything is doing very good here. I got some mint, chocolate mint. This rose bush got eaten by a caterpillar really early in the season, and it's just now starting to want to like try to take off. I got some more flowers because I figured it'd be nice. Hascaps, I ate 2 hascaps, like literally 2 hascaps off of this plant. That's it. Oh, there's another one here, but it's not ripe yet. Yeah, so we're gonna get a few flowers. Got some dahlias. We tried growing tobacco in here. I think it got eaten. Sweet peas, more sweet peas. And along this trellis, I figured I'd do the same thing as the other one. Are you? Oh, you're eating a strawberry? So I got some nasturtium. I got I got a squash in here. I got another squash on the other end, and I was like, let's just race and see who grows the fastest, and I'll eliminate whatever doesn't grow the fastest. It's here till the wedding. Big, big hugs. I loved your hugs. Thank you so much. Yeah, so the intimacy fence, the Persicaria and the Sunchokes, are you okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. See the Sunchokes over there? Yeah, so everything is growing. The intimacy fence is doing really great. I'm really happy about that. Here is a plum cherry tree, and I planted it here 3 years ago. It got really big. It's like way taller than I am. And you need 2 varieties. And so this year I planted out 5 of these trees. 1 here and 3 on the other side of my garden over there where the garlic is. So hopefully in a few years I'll be able to have big enough trees to pollinate. I already harvested once on this lettuce. The lettuce is doing really good. So I'm just waiting for it to grow back to have a second cut. And I have another set of lettuce ready to transplant that's inside the little greenhouse. This is Ju's little garden. She's got some sweet peas and she's got a little bit of tomato plants in here. Yeah.
This is my garden.
Yes, this one is your garden. Yeah. Yes, so she's doing very good. She's got some onions too planted in here, and there's a lot of weeds, Jude. We're gonna have to weed your garden. Yep, so that's what the garden is looking like as of today, July, beginning of July. My cherry tree literally set 2 fruit on it. 1, 2. It was loaded last year when I planted it, but it was in a pot, so it's still getting established in here as well. It'll grow. Since my beets didn't do so hot in the garden when I seeded them, they got eaten by flea beetles. So I planted out some more here that I'm going to transplant, and I also have some rutabaga here, and this is my lettuce that I need to transplant out. It's just cut lettuce. I have more tomatoes that are just like, I don't know what to do with them. I need to plant them somewhere, but I'm running out of space. Like literally, guys, I'm running out of space. Ben has a whole bunch of stuff here that he's experimenting with. These got out of hand and I forgot to water them for a little while, so I think I killed my rootings. Life happens. So that's what my gardens are looking like so far. Hopefully the audio wasn't too good, like too bad because of the wind and all that good stuff. But yeah, that'll give you a good idea of what it looks like in the beginning of July.